Cryptocurrency is a rapidly evolving and changing sector to the point that, I used to make crypto videos just here and there for fun, but now I got a whole setup here down in the basement to make crypto videos all the time. My name is Vosk. You're on the VoskCoin YouTube channel. Home of Tails, our resident Shiba Inu, Doge, and the most beautiful pup in the world. Make sure to slap that subscribe button on the VoskCoin YouTube channel today. My friends, we're going to be looking at some breaking crypto news, crypto scams, crypto NFTs, crypto bear market. You know, the term you never want to hear, but it's always looming. Yet, there's more and more news of a market collapse based off of inflation. But with cryptocurrency, especially things like Bitcoin, a proven store of value, being a hedge against inflation, are we in the only sector that's bear proof? Is cryptocurrency finally going to just really break out and not be tied to, say, the global markets, and be not only a way to safeguard your money, your wealth, but actually massively increase it even further, because cryptocurrency has proven time and time again to be the best investment of the past decade and the past year and the past month. I mean, the list goes on, and the intro needs to stop going on. So let's go ahead and jump into today's video and just try to break all this craziness down. If you've ever wanted the benefits of mining Bitcoin, but you didn't actually want to go through the hassle of setting up your own mining rigs and building your own mini mining farm, then you're probably going to want to mine Bitcoin with Compass, who will not only help you acquire Bitcoin miners, but also connect you with co-location facilities to operate that Bitcoin mining hardware. Learn more with our link out in the video description below. As always, nothing in this video is financial advice. We've got to say those things these days. So crypto lender Celsius increases Bitcoin investment to 500 million. Do you understand how crazy that is, right? So this crypto lender, they're making money with their money, and they've got access to insane capital, and they're like deploying $500 million. You understand 500 million is $500 million. They're deploying $500 million in a Bitcoin mining operation. Speaking of other ways to earn money right now, recapping some of the most profitable ASIC miners, application-specific integrated circuit miners, purpose-built machines. You know, they only mine one crypto algo, or a mining algorithm, right? Looking at that right now, the KD5 again is leading the charts, followed by the BMK1 Plus. These are all revolving around Kadena, KDA, and the insane price pump. Even though it's pulled back big time in price recently, it is still by far the most incredibly profitable coin to mine. Other than that, Ethereum mining and script mining with the L7 topping the charts, but we're still waiting to see most of these Antminer L7s actually hitting their destinations here. Other notable miners, if you're even able to get them, that are ASIC miners, right, are the new, latest and greatest S19XP, which we just made a video talking about. The D7 really holding high in mining profitability, but historical lessons have told us to never buy, to never get the D from Bitmain unless you really want to get the D. And when I say that, just to make sure I'm not offending anyone, I'm talking about the Bitmain Antminer D or Dash series of ASIC miners. Apollo miners prove to be very profitable right now as well, but again, they are very difficult to source. S19 Pros falling back on mining profitability some, especially as more and more people spend millions and millions of dollars to build out Bitcoin mining farms. But again, Bitcoin mining is not going anywhere. It's definitely a safe bet in the short term and the long term as far as mining plays go. If you have a graphics card, you better be putting it to use, because GPU mining is still so incredibly profitable. Will it be profitable in the medium term? Personally, I don't think so. In the short term, if you've got the gear, I'd be cashing out big time. In the long term, I'm hopeful for GPU mining to make a very profitable recovery. But I'm basing these assumptions largely around Ethereum 2.0 and Ethereum moving away from being a mineable cryptocurrency. Because if you check these profitability calculators, or even just try to figure out where all the mining profitability, as far as just literal dollars mined per day, guess what? Ethereum chops the charts every single time, and then number 2 is almost always NiceHash. And guess what they're mining? They're mining ETH hash, which is the Ethereum mining algorithm. So to put it simply, Ethereum ends up being the most profitable coin in position 1 and 2. As always, GPU mining is a controversial subject, especially with the roots of the VoskCoin YouTube channel. But alas, my friends, the facts remain is that GPU mining has become less and less viable and popular year over year over year. It is Ethereum that reignited Ethereum GPU mining profitability. And when Ethereum moves away, even though Ethereum is already infested, Ethereum is absolutely infested by ASIC miners. That has massively decreased the potential GPU mining profitability. That's exactly why, even though Ethereum has, punched through crazy new all-time highs, we have not seen new all-time highs compared to the previous bull run in GPU mining profitability per graphics card. This is because ASIC miners, again, those application-specific integrated circuit miners, those purpose-built miners, they soak up so much of the mining profitability. Oh yeah. And speaking of mining, the Antminer S19j Pro, a new batch is in stock, ready to ship direct from the manufacturer. As simple as it gets, right? But that's going to cost you a casual 12 grand, and you'll be subject to import duties. As always, we hope that the Helium Network can stay online, because recently, to put it simply, you look at these couple red lines, they've been struggling entirely to do that. However, Helium, when it works, which is normal, just to be clear, is the most profitable form of mining. It is the best way to be mining right now. It's going to be the best form of mining next year. And above all, we absolutely entirely always recommend the Bobcat Miner 300 as the best Helium hotspot miner to order right now. You do have to pre-order it. There are no miners in stock anywhere for Helium mining. And you have to check out with cryptocurrency, which we even have a full video guide on how to do that. So hands down, Bobcat Miner 300. You can also chase a minted drop, but those are absolutely insane now because the word's gotten out. I mean, it's very frustrating just even trying to get your order through. They're doing a good job. It's cool. But anyway, in my opinion, I would absolutely pre-order a Bobcat Miner 300, and I would be chasing the minted drops where they're selling the Rack V2 miners. Trader Joe XYZ, the website that sounds like a made-up name, continues to just absolutely boom. The last time we talked about Joe, and I told you, dude, this thing's obviously undervalued. Some other people have said it, and it's because it's a no-brainer. Joe is more than 2x since we covered it just last week, and when it hit its all-time high, it was up 2.5x from that point. And even from this point, I think it's going to be an easy 2x in this current market. It's not financial advice, please understand that. But I'm putting my money where my mouth is, and I put a sizable buy-in, at least to me, in on Joe. And I guess that should also be addressed, right? Is that bias, right? I have some of these Joe tokens, but I'm not here to shill it to you because of that, right? I'm here because I'm bringing that up, one, to be transparent, two, because that shows how confident I am in Trader Joe XYZ, the made-up name, but the booming decentralized exchange on the booming blockchain that is Avalanche and the AVAX token, which proves to just continue pushing to new all-time highs as well. Some people would say we are in an NFT bear market, yet Talis raises $2.3 million to build an NFT marketplace and more on the Terra blockchain. Whew, deep breath, take a step back, understand that there are so many blockchains to keep up with. It's insane. It's why we always bring up Zapper.fi for numerous reasons, because Zapper.fi is a super useful tool. And what good is Zapper.fi? So to me, Zapper.fi helps me monitor my funds on different blockchains. They also have daily quests and weekly quests and one-time quests where you can earn experience, which helps you level up, and you also get vaults, which can be redeemed for NFTs, and they are probably going to have one of the most interesting and exciting airdrops, but that is speculative. And I can tell you that I check in on here every day. I also actually use their service, and they've never paid me $1. This isn't an ad or shill or whatever else. The real deal here is just the simple fact that it's really helpful and useful. Like I can see I've got this much money on Ethereum, I've got these coins over on Avalanche, I've got this on the Binance Smart Chain, and a couple other coins on different other blockchains. And when you start dealing with more and more blockchains, even if you just kind of simplify and you put them all in your MetaMask, right? You can just click around and get where you want to go. Sure, that's great, that's fantastic, but it's still so much to keep up with when you're really aping into all this crazy crypto stuff. So hey, another thing to note is that A16Z, the Chainsmokers, and 3LAU, 3LAU, or I don't know, I'm an old guy now, okay? I'm so fly like a G6, you know what I mean? G6, like a G6. NFT, did I just date myself? I got gray hair coming in, it's over for me, don't you understand that? You know about Fetty Wap. The real The real person we should be shouting out is Lil Wayne in his absolute heyday. Now that.
I don't like her temperature, 'cause to me she's 0 degrees, she cold.
That was what we grew up on, man. Those were the days. But NFT platform Royal in 55 million Series A round. Okay, the Royal, the startup building a marketplace for digital assets tied to music artists, has secured $55 million in funding through a Series A fundraise read by 16Z. Obviously, big money is betting that NFTs will be coming back and that they will be coming back in a very big way. I sure am not counting NFTs out. I've seen the NFT market cool off a little bit, but it's still very hot. It's still very interesting. And behind the scenes, the builders, they are all there in more numbers than ever before. Create, build, and innovate. That's a great tagline for a blockchain project, who's also the sponsor of today's video, Sinovate, blockchain D-Cloud storage. They're an open source, claimed to be state-of-the-art, community-driven digital cryptocurrency. When did we get non-digital cryptocurrencies? They're working on building an incorruptible data storage, IDS, because you know I wanted to know another acronym. They've got 6 pillars they stand on. Privacy, which is basically what they're looking to create by creating decentralized cloud storage. So Amazon Web Services or Google Drive can't shut you down because they feel like it. Then security, central storage servers gather in one place, which makes them susceptible to physical and digital attacks. It's a lot more difficult to attack 100 different locations than one big location. The cost, they're looking to beat centralized service prices. Decentralization. Centralized cloud storage is a hub of stored files and data, whereas if they decentralize it, you have pieces of those files spread out in multiple locations, taking redundancy. It's also going to add, hopefully, a lot of stability. And above all, they're focusing on speed, because if your files don't move fast, you're just not going to be all that interested. What's also interesting about when these coins are burned is the fact that over the next year, people get coins back and interest. Is an interesting just incentive mechanism. And again, this is coupling their proof of burn as well as their proof of stake consensus mechanisms here, which they utilize with their Infinity node layer on the Infinite chain, a different piece of their blockchain or the Sinovate coin and thus cryptocurrency project that they've been building, which all runs alongside the X25X algorithm on their proof of work hashing algorithm, or simply a GPU mineable cryptocurrency algorithm. GPU mining with graphics cards has been really just receiving lackluster support over the last couple of years. So it is really cool to see Sinovate supporting GPU miners. In addition to all of this, they also have a mobile wallet with support for setting up nodes right from the comfort of your own phone, or, cryptoing out of your pocket, as some people like to market. I think personally is the fact you can earn passive income with this project in different ways, whether utilizing their proof of burn and proof of stake consensus mechanisms to really leverage a node and hardware to earn coins, or staking and really just getting your coins working for you, right? Deploying your capital, or literally building out custom GPU mining rigs to mine coins and support their network. Earlier this year, we covered Radix, DLT. It's interesting. This is a quick update on them. They've been plugging along, doing their thing, and they claim to be not a blockchain, but a distributed ledger technology, and they basically claim to be better than a blockchain. And they take shots at the big boys. They say they're better than Avalanche that we just talked about. They say they're better than Cardano. They say they're basically better than everyone. Okay, and whether you believe that or not, I can tell you that you can earn 12% per year by staking their cryptocurrency. And anyone with XRD tokens or the Radix tokens can participate in the network, staking, earn emission rewards, and everything like that. And the fact that they will allow people to earn passive income, get your coins working for you instead of just hoarding it themselves, I think is fantastic and a great way to participate with all of this stuff. Another update on another project we previously touched on would be organic growth Crystal Reef, or OG Crystal Reef here. We have an NFT collection here with evolutionary NFTs. Basically, the more they're traded, the more evolutions they get, and 2 months after this, they become locked. They have some names that they like to drop here: Collaboration, OGCR, Transform, Static NFTs, and a flourishing digital reefscape. They have over 10,000 OG crystals. They've had good initial success and traction on OpenSea, but what's really cool here is when you really see these, like you get this little nub and then he turns into this and then this, and every time that OG crystal is passed on by a sale to someone else, the original crystalline form remains, but it's transformed. So really, you start to see one form like really cool, it becomes more and more interesting. I imagine there'd be a lot of potential wash trading. Like I would just trade these back and forth to myself and see how it ends up, which sort of defeats the purpose. And how do you kind of defeat that gamification? It's hard to say, but I can tell you one thing that they are doing, which is pretty cool, is 3% of the sales in the primary round will be donated to the Scripps Institution of Oceanography. So you can't be mad when projects are trying to do good things with some of the proceeds of their sales. If OG Crystals is interesting to you, you should check it out on OpenSea. I'll drop a link out to everything I'm talking about in the video description below, including this. You can see that their initial volume was insane. I mean, well, to be honest, it was very high, and it's cooled off significantly since then. However, this is still decent, respectable volume for a new project, especially with our current landscape of NFT projects. They are also trading on Rarible as well as OpenSea. As always, a casual reminder that you better have an OpenSea account. You better get a couple NFTs, buy a couple NFTs. If you're worried about Ethereum gas fees, do it on Polygon. OpenSea supports Polygon. And with that, you will be eligible for the OpenSea OC token airdrop when it inevitably arrives. Some projects support the channel and make these videos possible, which is really cool, like MetaInuVerse, which is an entirely anonymous project that is launching their own token that is, there's no locked liquidity outside of what they're doing. Understand there are no safeguards in place. This is a potential high risk, high reward thing, right? They could run off with your money. The token sale is literally directly to their address. I hope that they won't do that. I don't think that they will do that. Obviously, that's why we're talking about them here. I love the Shiba Inu branding. Obviously, we're super biased to Shibas, but I also want to address the red flags here that there's no safeguards in place and the token sale just goes to a wallet of theirs and then they will send you tokens back. So this isn't a big sale or anything like that, but it's interesting nonetheless, right? We look at their Q4, basically build a community, list on PancakeSwap, get marketing and paid promotion going, get an audit, get listed on CoinGecko. They want to target 10,000 holders. From there, they want to bridge, launch an ERC20 token, and much more. If that interests you, learn more about them with the link out in the video description below. Speaking of another project that has supported VoskCoin over the last year would be PrimeXBT, which is pretty cool. And I'm not on my VPN right now, so I can't bring you inside because unfortunately their platform does not support US citizens. But basically it's a cryptocurrency exchange. They also trade stocks, commodities, and forex all from one single account. They were one of the first ones to make copy trading mainstream, so you can literally just copy the trades of others, and they have a lucrative referral program. So you guessed it, shameless plug, your boys, link is out in the video description below. But seriously, what the copy trading is I think is really cool. Basically, you can be entirely lazy, copy someone who has a successful history of trades, and potentially make say 60% profits on the trades that you copy from them. You pay them a fee, you pay the platform a fee, and you lose if the trade does not work out. So understand the risks associated with that. They have recently also launched their mobile app on iOS as well as the Google Play Store. So any device you have, you could be doing all of this right out of the comfort of your own pocket, which I think is fantastic. We're seeing so many more cryptocurrency apps right now. It's easier than ever to trade crypto, buy crypto, and really just try to make money with crypto, which is obviously so incredibly exciting. Yeah. And the other exciting thing is that they gave me all these codes which you see on the screen. I'm not so cruel that I would just drop these codes on the screen and make you type them in yourself. Actually I am.
I am that cruel.
All of these codes that you see on the screen, you can pause the video and punch them in, and it will get you a sign-up bonus worth probably somewhere around $200 in Bitcoin by the time you redeem it. I might hide one or two in the video description below. I might hide another one in the comments section, but several at a minimum of these will only be on screen because I'm just evil like that tonight. I don't know. I just got that evil vibe. As another follow-up to something we've talked about before, how about nftsclub? They have their own NFT collection called StarPunks, Mint Your Team of Legends. Basically, they made a CryptoPunks spinoff in a football. I ain't talking about my football, or what I really mean here is soccer-themed athletes, NFTs, and so forth, which if you're into soccer, obviously that's absolutely fun and fantastic. This is very interesting because seeing a sale associated with an NFT mint is pretty interesting, and it kind of shows the way that NFTs, non-fungible tokens, are kind of changing and evolving in this current era. So they're looking to combat the high Ethereum gas fees, which forever plague us. So again, they're available to mint right now. They cost 0.06 Ethereum, and you may be like, but what's that in USD? I can't copy that, so we'll just punch it in. We're going to good old CoinGecko, and 0.06 Ethereum right now is $250, and your Ethereum gas fee could be 100 to 200 bucks or so. Getting 50 bucks back as part of their sale, it's a cool, interesting incentive, and I'm really curious to see how other projects will be incentivizing NFTs in the future. Some projects are incentivizing NFTs in a scandalous kind of way, like PurrNFT, which recently supported the VoskCoin YouTube channel, enter the world of fair play with PurrNFT, the first adult content decentralized platform. In an age where adult content is abundant, most of it's free, NFTs can provide a significant advantage to the industry merely by treating such content as valuable. And look, you put anything on the chain, I'm probably interested, right? And they're having a token sale. Understand this is high risk, high reward stuff. This is brand new. There's no safeguards in place. You participate. Maybe it works out. Maybe it doesn't. Never invest more than you can afford to lose. I'm not telling you to do anything. This is not financial advice, but you can get their PurrX token. And another thing I want to bring up, a lot of people sleep on this stuff, but the massive amount of adoption use of OnlyFans and how insanely large the adult entertainment sector is. Whether you love or hate it, obviously it's not like my thing to just talk about this kind of stuff all day, but again, whether you love it or hate it, it's a massive sector, and when that comes to cryptocurrency in a big way, will be simply nothing short of lucrative. Speaking of NFTs and lucrative this and that, something that I've been, to be honest, very frustrated with, that I was really excited to see happen, was the NFT marketplace on PancakeSwap, which has really just been simply disappointing. Buy and sell NFTs on the Binance Smart Chain, a huge blockchain with so much use and adoption. Whether everybody loves it or hate it, that's not the point at all. We see the collections on here; they're really just like dropping their own like stupid collections that they're really in bed with or behind the scenes, anonymous this and that, and nothing cool or notable is showing up here, right? Their Pancake Squad was pretty cool. They did a really good job kind of hitting on the key points of what makes a PFP or profile NFT collection mint drop interesting, right? I wanted one, and they sold it very quickly. And my biggest appeal and excitement with NFTs is minting them. So this pisses me off and it disappoints me, especially because, again, I think that these NFTs are cool looking, right? There's a lot of variety, a lot of fun, and just the general vibe. It was a cool way to spin off their current pancake bunnies, where they look similar, but obviously different, and you can tell they come from a different collection or line of art, right? But alas, disappointment aside, my point here is that I don't understand why they're not letting all of the other NFTs on the Binance Smart Chain flood onto their platform. Why? Well, because then they could be a true OpenSea competitor. Instead, they rest on their laurels. They are all stupid rich at this point, and we don't even know who they are. The irony of all that. And yeah, I'm just frustrated. I'm just disappointed. This could be so cool that everyone knows what PancakeSwap is and trusts it, for better and worse. And it's just not happening, and we're left and stuck with such high gas fees on Ethereum. I mean, the gas fees are ridiculous. Good thing you guys enacted EIP 1559. Ethereum gas fees have been worse than ever since that. Congratulations on getting misled. A bunch of sheep in the Ethereum community. It's just exhausting. And you may be like, bro, why don't you use a better blockchain like the one SBF, put his blessing on? Solana. Well, look, it's really cool that FTX, especially the US version, is supporting NFTs in such a big and large way. I mean, look, it's on their freaking homepage, right? That's so incredibly cool. And there's also other NFT marketplaces on Solana, like Solana Art and Digital Eyes and other ones that we've talked about before. And it's really exciting to see good use and adoption on other blockchains that are better and more scalable than Ethereum when it comes to NFTs. But it's really beside the point, is that there's so much use on BSC. I'd love to see just more action over there. So as always, cryptocurrency is absolutely crazy. There's so much to follow, so much to keep up to date with, so much to learn, so much fun to have, and so much money to be made. I hope that you found today's video fun, interesting, informative. If you didn't, I want to know why. Give me constructive criticism. Don't just bash me and tell me I'm stupid and my hair sucks. God, I just got a recently haircut to try to fix that. I just cannot appease everybody, can I? But no, seriously, let me know what you want to see in the next video, what I maybe missed in this one, questions you have. We just want to make more just kind of general content, covering a bunch of ground, because I do this all day, every day. I'm cryptoing all day, every day, no matter what way, shape, or form it is. And so just let me know what you want to cover, what we want to break down, what we want to focus on, and you know, well, that's it. That's all I got. I've been talking a lot tonight. So thanks for watching. Seriously, please subscribe, hit the thumbs up. I will see you on the next video, which is tomorrow, because we upload daily and I'm going crazy. All right, I'm done. Good night. Goodbye. Good morning. I don't know. Good afternoon. Wherever you are, whatever the time is. Hello. No. Goodbye. Please be advised, there are scammers impersonating us on multiple platforms. I don't want your money, I just want you to smash that subscribe button. Everything in this video is for entertainment purposes only. That means it's not financial advice.